Hello everyone, and welcome back to ExQueeriencePoints Starfinder, your favorite all-queer cast Starfinder podcast. I'm Steph, your resident chief medical mystic. If you love our show, we hope you'll rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you consume your podcasts. Every review brightens our day and helps new listeners to find us. We don't advertise any of the podcasts on the Experience Points network, so we hope you'll recommend us to your friends and just about anybody. Kenny and Kelrick will be at Emerald City Comic-Con on March 15th and 16th. If you see them, say hi. Keep an eye on their Twitter accounts for more information on meetups. Wish you could hang out with all of us at a con? Well, if you become a patron on Patreon, you could make that happen. We're grateful to everyone who has already become a patron. You keep our mics on and our dice rolling. We've got some great rewards, so please check them out at patreon.com/experiencepoints. Stay tuned after the episode for some more exciting announcements and a promo from Quest Friends. The sky's the limit as 5 friends journey across the fantasy lands of Numenera, solving problems and creating many, many more along the way. This week on Experience Points, our crew begins the trek into the frozen wilderness of Triaxus, and Eos tells a ghost story. On episode 39, Segway to Danger.
Greetings, adventure hookers, and welcome to Experience Points, your favorite queer Starfinder real play podcast. I'm your host and GM Miyu, and joining me today, as always, is our fabulous cast.
Hello, I'm Kelrick. I'll be playing Angus to the best of my abilities today.
Hi, I'm Britt, and I'm back in front of my weird newspaper wall, so I'm very excited.
Hi, I'm Kenny, and I play Absco Cash, and I am bright.
Hello, I'm Steph, and I will be playing Eos Nabari.
And speaking of Eos, Doctor, I believe you have some logs for us regarding last time.
Yes. We finally got away from the Hell Knights. So much for going back to Abalon, but what choice did we have after 2 more ships showed up? Thanks to Bra, we set course to Triaxus, where the Dragonkin are, according to Bra. Angus helped me to understand Redacted. So that will come in handy. Mordax upgraded Silverblade, so they're better than before. At least that's what I gathered from Angus and Mordax. We arrived on Triaxus and met with some of the locals and got a very promising lead on Eve at the local pub, and a few of us spent some time at the brothel there as well. Here's hoping we're actually able to find her.
Yes, find yourselves on Triaxus attempting to slap together a bunch of segways to create an ATV. Have taken on a Dragonkin boarder. Quite impressed with the luxuries on board your ship. The day has arrived. You have glued together a bunch of segways. Use some duct tape and whatever other space crap you use to hold stuff together to create a functional ATV, or I guess that would be ATT, an all-terrain transport, because you refuse to ride the donkeys.
We have a several 100-pound robot who cannot ride a donkey.
God, y'all are gonna make me look up maximum weight on a Segway. Figure out how many segways you had to glue together to make this. We have decided that the Segway is steered by everybody leaning forward and leaning back and leaning to the sides, so this should be fun. And so with a great unveiling, after 3 days of work, uncover your greatest invention. What name is painted on the side of this thing?
The ASS Roseate Mover.
The ASS Roseate Mover. That certainly is some kind of technological monstrosity.
Thank you.
Here's hoping it doesn't fall apart.
I think Mordax is probably standing near it, like looking really sheepish, like, I don't know if I want my name attached to this. Not saying anything.
I can do like a couple of engineering rolls and we can take the worst of them to see how bad it was.
Oh no, I'm sure it's fine. But it's an ATV made out of glued together segways. Well, okay, to be fair, I'm certain they are welded together. So it'll just be interesting.
Somehow we ended up on Mythbusters.
Yeah, so I guess Absco would be like, so we're going to Serzanax.
That is the plan.
That's what y'all hired me to guide y'all to, so that's where I'm taking you.
Maybe you should be in front. Meek.
Well, yeah, I suppose I could be up front, but I have no idea how to drive this thing.
Yeah, just lean. Everybody will have to lean, but yeah.
Oh, like when you're cleaning your rifle and riding your donkey, you just kind of lean and it goes where you want it.
Yeah.
Aye, that sounds about right. Okay. Angus is a little trepidatious about the vehicle, but has complete faith in Mordax. So let's get this show on the road, so to speak. And climbs on.
Oh no, ain't no roads where we're going.
I wondered how long that would take.
Yeah. So
Where we're going, we don't need no roads.
So Angus, as the leader, steps on board first. Does it hold together?
It wobbles, and you have to work to keep your balance a little bit, but it does seem to be holding together.
Well, no time like the present. And Eos will carefully climb on as well. Hopefully not getting her tail stuck in anything.
Yeah, Absco joins up.
It's starting to wobble with every little move you make, a little forward, a little back, and everything's trying to like.
Mordax looks a little nervous and directs Silverblade to get in as she sits there looking to see if it holds together.
It groans and creaks under Silverblade's weight. But I like to think that being the engineer that you are, that you have specifically reinforced a particular section about the center where you would distribute the weight as well as you could.
Absolutely, yes.
Mm-hmm. Give you the benefit of the doubt here. You're a master engineer, right?
Yes. Level ranks 8 ranks. Yes. I have a plus 19 to that roll, so.
What does it say on my character sheet?
Yeah, so, okay, seeing it hold tight with Silverblade on, then she will look very relieved and then literally, like, hop in. Like, just like...
Doesn't even... It hardly responds to your wake. You're tiny.
All right, let's go!
I just realized, are we 3 in front and 3 in back with Mordax and Eos and Silverblade in the back?
Oh no, I like to think that Mordax got on. So if this is like a kind of like hover kind of craft thing, then I think that Mordax like did that thing where she's like sitting on like the lip of the back where you really shouldn't sit, and her feet are sitting on like the seat. So she's just like, let's go.
I love the idea. In my head, I've been picturing this as one of those like 6-person bicycle things that you can do when you go touristy things.
I imagine it's Meekmek, Absco, and Angus up front, with Absco in the center because they're the slimmest.
All right.
And so
We lean.
you all lean forward and begin blazing down the road at a full 50 miles an hour. You're moving at a pretty decent clip. And with the dust clouds billowing behind you, you set off, heading northwest.
Sorry. I was going to say, as we're going along, Mordax is doing that thing that like kids do when they're in the car and like has her paw up and is just like making little wave motions.
Nice. I still do that.
Yeah, so do I.
It's I love how you've all decided this is like an open air thing, considering they're in the depths of like a deep winter. So it's,
we're all furred animals. We're
Except for
fine.
And only one of us is built for this weather.
It's fine. We just put Absco in one of those like giant coats that looks like a sleeping bag. We're good.
So, like, Absco kind of looks like probably Kenny on South Park, really. With just eyes, like the big, bowl-shaped eyes up front. And I imagine that they're in the front just kind of surveilling, like going, right.
Oh, I love this.
They just look like a surveillance drone.
Basically, like, they have to know what's going on at all times around them.
all right. And so as you trek northwest from Kumo, by the end of the day, come to the edge of a wood. The mountains to the east and the west have begun to sort of close in on you. What's your plan? Are you going to just drive through the night?
All right. This mechanic.
Yeah, it's been a while since you decided to just leave your ship behind and take off.
Mikmek, can you tell us if we're close, or do we need to stop? How long will this, at the speed we're going, do you think this will take?
He looks around. Well, right there in front of us, that's the Clawfist Wood. Off to the west, them's the Death Hinge Mountains. Over to the east, them's the Parapet Mountains, which means probably another couple days.
So how long till it gets dark, and how much longer till we should be camping? Is this a good or should we keep?
You want to camp? I suppose we could camp, but we should probably start setting up now.
Is there an alternative?
Like a small town, a nice.
Oh no, nothing like that. He goes, but I got these, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a little bag of pills.
And
Those.
He says, each one of these contains as much caffeine as 16 cups of coffee.
I just start vibrating thinking about it.
Captain, I think we can safely make a snow burrow and be fine overnight.
I'm sorry, a what?
Snow burrow.
That sounds wet.
I think everyone just turns and looks at Absco. What?
You're going to be getting your hands dirty on this trek. You do understand that.
I get my hands dirty all the time. I just don't like being cold and wet.
Well, it's a good thing we packed some sleeping bags.
Absco looks down. That's basically what this is.
I do want to add, because Eos kind of grew up in a climate like this, she would absolutely make sure they had everything they would need to A, survive, and B, if camping out in the woods were a thing, because I feel like she would have asked Mikmek.
Mikmek showed up with a bunch of camping gear on his donkeys.
Yeah, so she would have made sure they had everything they need to be dry and warm, because you do not want to be cold and wet.
Yeah, Absco is a city Verthani. In fact, I don't know that there are any such things other than city Verthani. That's my headcanon.
There's probably not, it makes sense with the society that, you've built.
I also feel like Eos is probably wearing tank top and shorts. Just kick back oh, this is so nice.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm comfortable.
For the first time since I've met you people. I don't know how deep the snow is here. I just assumed it was deep enough for them having to create a place.
It is now.
It is now.
I like to think that Mordax, being a city mouse, is but also a total weirdo, is just looking out at the snow this is so exciting. This is just another level of adventure I never really thought I'd be able to have, because we're on a really nice ship and now we get to go play in that. It's very exciting. In contrast to Absco, who's just really upset.
It's very bright.
Is she gonna go play in the snow while they set up camp?
147%.
Well, with Mikmek's help, you get camp set up. The nice, hearty dinner of baked beans. That's what you eat when you're camping.
Absco sits down, has their little spindle out.
Ping!
Bing! I'm good.
Passes. No.
By day 2, Eos is going to be foraging.
So what is your what is your first experience of camping like? Nothing major happens, but what's your night like?
Well, in a holovid somewhere, Mordax saw that when you go camping, you're supposed to tell ghost stories. So Mordax is just going to pester everyone and ask if they know any ghost stories, because she doesn't.
Oh, Eos knows some ghost stories.
Oh, good.
Oh, gosh. Now I have to come up with one on the fly.
Well, you don't have
I walked myself into that. What was I thinking? Okay, no, I got this.
Did.
You know what? We'll make this fun.
No, I got this. I'm going to tell one that was actually one of my dad's.
Oh.
Because it's something that could have happened to her. He legit told me this when I was a kid, and it freaked me out. So, when I was on Lejac, my siblings and I would go back and forth from our pack home to the spaceport for supplies, to talk to the traders, that sort of thing. Well, one afternoon rather, while we were driving back through a snowstorm, we saw a figure through the snow. We weren't quite sure what it was, other than hearing a really loud roar. And my sister, while she could not hear it, had a little bit better sight than I did with my natural eyes, and it did not look friendly. And of course, that's exactly when our vehicle stalled.
Well, that's an easy fix.
Yes, my brother's very handy. But as he was trying to get it restarted, it was coming closer to us. And as it grew closer, we could see its sharp teeth and hear it knocking over trees. And it was carrying some kind of animal. All I really saw was blood and fur over its shoulder. We weren't sure if it was coming from killing something or was going to kill us. It got just close enough to swipe at our vehicle before we drove away. I'll never forget looking at it. It was 3 times bigger than even Angus, with bulging dark eyes and nasty teeth. And when we got home, we were all teenagers. Nobody believed us until they heard it screaming on the mountain later that night. We had led it home.
Well, hot dang, you met the Sasquatch.
the LeJacques version, at least.
I didn't know that you all would be scared of anything with big teeth because you've got big teeth, So that's yeah.
Oh, its teeth were as big as your face.
Well, lights out. So Mordax has heard this story, and all through the night you hear strange noises in the woods.
Can I roll a perception check to see if, with her fun ultraviolet or not ultraviolet, but heat seeking and all that, if she notices anything untoward?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception check.
Just because I'm a paranoid puppy. It's a 25.
I'm certain that given your military time, you're used to getting up and doing quick checks around, like a quick patrol, dozing back to sleep. And as you're doing this, you look out in the woods, a little ways away, and just seems to be staring at you.
Peek back. What's up?
Hear his voice from behind you. I just got up to go use the bathroom. Blink. You blink and the eyes are gone. Like the Meekmek that you were looking at, Meekmek's behind you, like right behind you.
I don't know if there's a way in. I don't.
Yeah, infrared.
Those aren't designed with the infrared to ping biological signs so that she could be to mark them so that she would know. Nope. Oh, there's Mordax and there's Angus and there's Meekmek. You know what I mean? So you don't act friendly fire if she's using it in that kind of situation. But I don't think that has that capability. I would like it to. I don't think it does. I feel like I need to roll something for that because that was weird. Mysticism or something. I need to know what happened.
Okay. Roll mysticism.
You are fucking with me and I need to know how. Oh, shit. As I roll a 4, I get a 15. Thank God for my modifier.
Maybe it was just an illusion. Then again, your eyes are new. Who knows what they might be showing you?
You do have
that's weird. Or
you know what? Since it's probably the middle of the night, I'm gonna use my true sight ability. Since I'll probably get it back in the next morning. So what would I see with it?
You activate your true sight round and see that you are camped near the woods, and you see a flurry of movement as something seems to just run off into the woods.
We're being watched. Of course.
Yeah, I think Mordax has activated every single field that she has and is asleep.
I think Absco would be up, but +10, so that's a 32.
Yeah.
I'm probably standing near Eos and been watching this whole thing. And I think that Absco, with their snowsuit, that has to kind of morph with everything, kind of looks like a snow person.
A snow humanoid.
Yes. So I think that Absco turns and says, "You saw something?"
Yes. Meekmek, you were behind me the whole time, weren't you? When I got up?
And then you realize you have, as you turn, you try to find Absco, there's just a snow person.
She's probably seen...
Oh, I guess you have true seeing active. So yeah, you turn around and you see Absco standing there now. I came up from behind you and then you called my name.
And you didn't see the figure?
No, I didn't see nothing.
Are there footprints?
Survival check.
Ooh.
An 11. Ouch.
The area is around is completely torn up by
Us.
Yeah, by y'all camping, and there's mouse prints everywhere.
Absco's gonna get closer to the area where Eos indicated that there were people. They're gonna do it stealthily. Yes, they will. 37 and perception, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
There it is.
A 3 with plus 11 is 14.
Everything is quiet and still. And so, perhaps you spend some time being paranoid, looking around, but nothing presents itself. So, next morning, and you settle.
Investigate where I saw the movement in the trees before we leave.
As you approach the edge of the wood, see the area where you saw a creature head into the trees. Give me another survival check. See if you can pick up any prints or anything like that, any sign.
So 22, do you?
22. You aren't seeing, but as you look around, I like to think Eos gets a little frustrated, kind of like smacks a nearby tree. A couple of little hard things kind of dink off your head. Look down, you see a couple of dragon scales.
What color dragon scales?
Well, surprise you if I said they were silver?
Absolutely not. I would have been surprised if they were anything else. She's just gonna casually pocket those just for evidence purposes at this point. Just proof that she was not going crazy.
There you go. Now, as you're going along that day, can I get perception checks? Head further north, skirting the Parapet Mountains to the east.
Ugh.
Oh,
That's not bad.
25,
Thank
22.
Eos sees nothing. She's distracted
I got
with a
16.
13.
Wow.
Mordax is bright and chipper and slept just fine.
Does Silverblade also get a roll with their upgraded AI?
Oh, right.
You sound so miserable about it.
I just never remember. Oh, no, I don't. Not with this particular setup, no.
Well, Absco, I'm not sure what you noticed first. The shadow darting across the ground or the flap of wings?
Probably the flap of wings.
Here, above the wind howling as you cruise along the snow here, you hear a flapping sound. Look up, see, closing in on you, 2 red dragonkin, each bearing a Rhyphorian rider.
Meekmek? Do you know these people?
Meekmek goes, huh? And he looks up and his eyes get wide and he says, you may want to lean a little further forward. And then he like doubles over trying to get as much speed out of this as he can.
Absco pulls out their sidearm.
Right.
And everybody, we should probably get ready.
You probably should, as you hear the voice of God booming across the landscape. Roll initiative.
Ooh, there's the nat 20.
I remember how to do this.
Once again,
Ugh.
passed with my wonderful 11.
I'm not much better with my 13.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Silverblade's got an 18, Mordax is a 14. Because I do it separately now.
Oh, cool.
Very good. As you realize that without being bogged down in the snow and using Segway power, the Dragonkin bearing their riders a lot faster, and they are on an intercept course. Absco, of course, you call out the warning, and you get to act first.
All right. I'm going to go for... So I'm going to target the Dragon King, and I'm going to use a full attack and get 3 shots off.
Okay. Your attacks are taken at -3s.
Okay. So that's a 12, a 17, and a 12.
All of your shots miss with the bouncing of the Segway mobile. Silverblade, who is not unconscious, dying, and prone. That is the wrong Silverblade, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Let's put the right Silverblade.
So the unfortunate thing is that I don't have anything ranged still. So I think that it would make the most sense to dismount from this thing since they're coming at us, right?
They're coming right for you.
Okay, Silverblade is gonna get out of the vehicle.
Okay, can I get acrobatics roll?
Sure. 16.
16. Give him a tuck and roll. Take 1 damage to his SP.
Okay. And
he's
got damage reduction by 1. So.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he's fine. Yeah, it would have hurt a little bit, except he's a machine.
All right. Then he will stand up and ready his blade.
All right. The dragon is going to. You know what? We'll get a double move as it swoops, bearing its rider right down towards you. The pilot here is going to attempt to take a shot at the vehicle. Well, a nat 20 is going to hit it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's going to be one of those days.
Yes. Yes, it is. The good news is the vehicle has a fair amount of HP, as it does 21 damage.
Oh.
to the vehicle. With a shot, one of your segways comes loose and goes flying off.
I think we need this.
And they give a cry. Mordax.
Okay. Mordax is going to stay in the ship because that makes the most sense for her, and is going to try to shoot at the rider, the big old thing, with a 29.
Ooh.
A 29, I do believe that is going to hit versus 19 defense. Yeah, I think you did it.
2. Oh, damn it. Because Mordax has still not upgraded her weapon. Yay.
The damage doesn't seem to do anything more than jostle it slightly.
Cool. Yeah, that's it. All right.
Okay. The other dragonkin comes swooping down. And I think it's going to take a swipe at the vehicle. I guess that'll technically be a bite.
Yep.
29. Yeah. KAC. Yep. For another 22 damage. Another chunk of the Segway goes flying off. Your vehicle is now 2 HP away from being broken.
Oh,
Nobody move.
my
Their
God.
their vision is based off of movement.
Okay. Yos?
Okay, so I have a slightly unusual idea.
Do
This sounds like the kind of situation where slightly unusual ideas are necessary.
Can I cast reflecting armor on our vehicle?
Okay. I'm going to allow this because I like it, but I'm going to see what the raw answer is. And the raw answer is that the covers your body, allowing you to reflect, looks like a self-only target. No, yes. It looks like technically a self-only, but for raw, but I am allowing it. House rule.
Sweet.
Yes. Excellent. So for everyone else and those at home, what reflecting armor will do for our ship is it creates a shimmering skin-like coating of mystical force, and it allows damage to be any damage you take reflected back against your attacker. And anytime during the spell's duration, when you take hit point damage from an attack made with a weapon by a foe within 100 feet, you can choose to dismiss the spell as a reaction. Now, because they don't seem to be using weapons, they're using the dragon with that.
Those are natural weapons.
Okay, so
They count. Yep, they
Okay.
count. They're natural weapons. It's just a category of weapon.
okay, cool.
Teeth and claws are weapons. Yep.
So
You're good.
the
It will
reason-
work.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to do that, because I can dispel it at any point as a reaction. If you do, the armor crackles with energy as it disappears, arcing through the air to strike the attacking creature, which takes the amount of force damage equal to the damage dealt to you. But it only has a maximum of 10, but it's still something. And a target still takes half damage.
All right, so Angus, seeing what's going on, and I want to make sure this is all one round. So they've done the damage, and the parts of our ship are starting to fly away, and I have a chance to react, right? Like they've done.
Okay, your ship has taken enough damage that it is 2 HP away from falling apart.
So-
For flavor, the parts went flying away. You can still hold it together if you wish to do some engineering checks to try to do something with it. I'll let you.
So here's what I would like Angus to do. Angus is going to graviton attune, which they rarely do. So they sort of stand up in their Segway, and they put their arms out and suddenly start glowing black and pulling in black motes all around them and sparkling, and their eyes get the black rim around them, almost like they're a superhero with the black. And Angus says,
I am Pat Bull.
I think we're in trouble, folks. Mordax, see if you can help out with this. And he pushes his hands out, and I want to see if I can use the graviton attunement to use the gravity attraction to hold those bits of Segway together long enough for Mordax to be able to do some engineering checks to do some repairs. Is that a cool thing we can do, or is it just like
that is absolutely beautiful. The thought of you standing up there using your gravity to try to hold it all together.
Yeah, just a whole.
I allow it. What I will do for you is I'm going to give you, your vehicle now has temp HP.
Okay, so
temporary hit points that once you release the graviton, the attunement, they lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what would be a good amount to give you?
While you're thinking about that, I don't know what Eos has done. I just see this shimmer around the ship, and I'm like, Eos, I hope your magic is strong enough to do something, because we need all the help we can get. And Absco, please, just shoot something. Oh my gods.
Trying very hard, thank you. I don't need the additional stress.
Are you
Really?
about stress as I'm holding this thing together, Matt, with gravity?
You do your job, I'll do mine.
My eyes may grow a little bit brighter in this case.
All right, and with that, Meekmek leans forward as far as he can. and you
throws up.
are now hurtling at your full 50 miles an hour, which means in around a full move, Meekmek is spending it to do this move. You move 450 feet.
Oh. Blade.
Here's the thing. There's a -4 piloting mod.
Oh dear.
We also don't have
no
Silverblade
one
on board.
decided to try to steer this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's left to Meekmek. Steering donkeys.
There's just a little tiny Silverblade.
How about 5? Everybody make reflex saves.
Uh-oh.
As Meekmek leans forward, but forgets to look where he's going.
I got a 13.
You hit a snowdrift. There is a violent shake as Angus with your 13,
Mhm.
you are, and Mordax with your 14, you are flung from the vehicle.
Do I pull those 2 pieces of ship with me? Together.
This is a good point. You're holding on to it, and I feel like if you're the center of gravity,
Do I pull the whole
The-
ship?
effect on the ship is you're probably pulling the whole thing with you. Yeah. So you have successfully in one round left it to the NPC to pilot the glued together Segway,
Can I attempt
which has now just crashed. But
we're
the
at a
good
full
news
stop?
is y'all got 450 feet away. So off the map, way away.
Except
Some of the bad news is Silverblade's back there with the dragons.
Meekmek,
And
we have to turn around. We cannot leave Silverblade.
I'd love to turn around, but you're gonna have to help me right this here crash.
So how far away is?
Yeah, where did I fall out of
Yeah.
the ship?
Well, understand that you are 450 feet away from the dragons and such.
Hmm.
And you all fell, within 5 feet of the ship, adjacent to the ship.
did either of them take damage from being flung out?
Ah, there's a nice soft snowbank to catch them.
That's what I thought, but
Mordax, can you take one of the broken off segways and get back there?
What?
Assuming
What?
the Segway
Hey.
fell off.
Then, well, sure.
It's up to you.
I'm
Do what you think is best, but we can't leave Silverblade.
not far behind. I will help as well.
Mordax is just gonna enter a bunch of commands into her rig, and then
Silverblade will come to us. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Absco.
Yeah.
You have crashed because Meekmek cannot drive.
So I forgot to take anything having to do with athletics ever.
Well, you're a city Verthani.
I'm a city Verthani. I don't lift things. Absco doesn't even lift bra. So yeah, Absco will, I guess, get out and look around, and are we gonna just wait for Silverblade, or are we gonna go get him?
We have to repair the vehicle. We can't exactly drive it back to get him.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Well, I mean, we can flip it and see if it's, rideable. If we can just get there, then we can probably help out. What do I need to roll to try to get this flipped?
Is it flipped over?
A strength check, please.
I didn't think it was flipped. I just thought it went.
Crashed and fell apart, but if you want to just try to upright it, that's a strength check to set it back on its wheels.
Okay. Absco will position themselves and hold until other people are able to or willing to help.
Would you like to roll a strength check to aid with a DC 10?
Yes.
To see if your work is high.
You get a +2.
This is not Absco's house.
Yeah, a 5. Awesome. Okay.
Silver.
Mordax would be like, I have a lever and a fulcrum.
And a negative modifier. Oh, so did someone say Silverblade? Sorry, there was chatter. Okay. Silverblade is going to hopefully get that message and start booking it towards the ship.
Blade gets your message.
Know how far Silverblade can go based on this map.
Well, what's his move
30.
speed?
30.
So at a full-out sprint, Silverblade can go 120 feet.
Okay. How many
using
of these?
full action, nothing but just moving as fast as Silverblade can. Just powerful legs, sprinting. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. What is MD versus CM, or versus AC versus CM? 32.
Oh, yes, for me. Yes, sorry.
Well, Dragonkin 13 is going to swoop.
Oh my gosh.
Plus,
I'm going to pick up Silverblade. Blade is now grappled.
are they saying anything? Or are they just attacking, giving us no?
Making their cries. Ah!
Okay. Meekmek, who the hell are these people? Why are they attacking us? What the hell is going on?
Them there's from the Caldera.
What?
They don't take too kindly to Dawn Dragonkin around here.
Well, can you talk to them?
I could, but I don't know that do much good.
Okay. Let's do what we can.
Okay. Well, the Riforian writing it's going to woohoo! Mordax.
Well, Mordax has no idea this is happening and is going to hopefully be working on the ship, although the ship is still not flipped.
I'm still holding it together though, so you can do.
Yeah. So my question is that I have this awesome skill called Miracle Worker, and I didn't know if, because it's got a armored weapon and damaged ship category, but I don't know if
This is damaged ship.
damaged modified piece of junk is okay. Cool. Wanted to make sure that still counted.
You are a miracle worker, so work your miracles. All right. You piece the vehicle. You start just slapping pieces of this vehicle back together.
Okay.
And you pull out your rig and you've got it jacked in. You're hitting buttons trying to repair the battery, programming, get the things running again. And as you do that, you see the wheels spin back to life.
So the interesting thing is that is my move action according to this skill.
Ooh.
Oh.
So
Well, pardon me.
as a move act, blah blah blah. So I feel like I could then take like a regular action to just, I don't know, like continue working on the ship.
Sure, give me an engineering check.
Yeah. Okay. How about a 29?
Ooh.
with a 29.
Nice.
The wheels are going. Look around. You see that it's like lying on its side, and run to the perfect spot and jump. When you land on it, it flips back down, which makes it look like Absco has just flipped this thing all on their own. As their hands come flying up. Absco, you are super strong now.
Yeah, all it took was a little bit of elbow grease. You know, you just.
Now the dragonkin. This other dragonkin's just going to circle high into the sky right now. Eos.
Okay, so can they see that one of the dragons has picked up Silverblade? Like the party?
They have. Yeah, you can see that this dragon has landed right about like you see the snow blowing behind Silverblade as he's running, and then you see the dragon like pounce like a bird coming down for a mouse.
Question.
Only played out on a much larger scale.
Okay.
As a reaction, since the vehicle was flipped over, can we all remount it?
Why the hell not? Sure. Everyone was very nicely positioned to just, be yanked back into the vehicle or be stuck in the vehicle or what have you. So sure, you can be in the vehicle.
Awesome.
Okay. So I imagine as we're kind of like leaning forward to go back towards Silverblade.
Pretty sure you're having to lean backward to go
leaning
back
backward,
towards Silverblade.
Sorry. But
So would you like to make a piloting check?
I was gonna do something a little bit different.
Okay.
Eos was going to yell, "Get away from him!" and cast command on the dragon.
What's the range? 450 feet away.
Well, closer because
Oh.
Silverblade was running and just gotten everything turned back over in the vehicle, about to go. Tell you what, use a move action and I'll let you move quarter of the speed, which should put you in range.
Does that still require the piloting check, though?
Yeah,
Okay.
You
Oh
got
God.
this.
Oh.
And
For the listeners, that was a 4.
With a roll of a 2.
okay.
Sorry, Captain, I'm not a pilot.
Eos, I don't think making fun of me now is the right thing to be doing.
That was totally out of character.
All right, you know what? Right. 18 versus your command.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, fuck off.
That's enough. May not be yet, or it may not be anymore.
All right, I actually.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you know what? Gotten its attention enough that it is going to let go of Silverblade.
I tried. God damn it.
So I'm going to assume that I'm still holding this thing together. I am 2nd level photon attuned. So
Okay.
pulling it even stronger together. And I'm going to lean so that we move forward.
I'd like to give your piloting check
Yeah, let's do this. Piloting. I'm
for the
on it.
end of the round.
22.
22. You managed to keep it on a good straight course. You keep the whole thing together. Get back charging toward the dragons.
So how close does that get us?
That gets you. Well, how close do you want to get?
10 feet away.
10 feet away. Sure.
We're all just like, we're gonna try this again.
Having turned around, you charge back toward the dragons.
All right, everyone. This thing is not going to hold together for us. We're just going to have to abandon the ship and we can repair it afterwards if we get through this. And with that, Angus will use their move action to charge at they will use their action to, I guess it's a double move to use charge at this point. Does that sound right?
Your vehicle can be used on a collision
No.
if you're wanting to charge with the vehicle.
I want to.
You're wanting to charge.
I'm letting the vehicle fall apart so that everyone can.
Oh, so you launch yourself from the vehicle.
at the dragon kin that's on the ground next to Silverblade. Like,
I wasn't sure that you needed to be holding it because I restored it. I thought I fixed it.
Well, that's
or how much I fixed it.
That's really flavor text for us driving.
Oh, okay.
So you get the image of Angus standing, holding that photon attunement, and then it comes to a sudden and complete halt as Angus goes flying, launching himself from the car. Sure, I love it. Go.
Okay, so what I will do then is use my Solarian weapon will come out, and I will do the charge ability, and yeah, just punch into them. So cool. That's a 16. Oh no, I rolled the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh, good.
It is
Reroll. Don't take that 5 on the table.
That was also the wrong one. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I'm sorry. It has been a while, and this is my.
You're fine.
All right, so a 24 is what I rolled. I don't know if that's okay. So
24. Hold on. Let me double check this because no, you know what? That is a hit.
Oh,
as you launch yourself into this dragon, because this dragon is flat-footed against this attack. I didn't see it coming, so how could the dragon?
Okay, so here's the damage then.
Nice. Okay.
Points of damage.
20 points of damage. It only takes 16, as it is partially resisted, but you have definitely surprised it. You see the shock in its eyes. That's all the time we have for today's episode. So tune in next time to see, will they drive off the dragons? Do they still have a vehicle to drive? We'll find out. Until then, for Experience Points, I'm your host and GM, Miyu. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Miyu Plays Games.
Kelric, you can find me at Cormelon or at EQ Points on Twitter. And oh my gosh, that was stressful.
I'm Britt, and you can find me at Atomic Firebird or feverishly fixing this ship next time. Repeatedly, probably.
I'm Kenny. You can find me on Twitter at PunderDrone, and Wednesdays, in fact, this Wednesday that you'll be listening to this very episode, I'm going to be on at ProBerstarter's channel on Twitch playing The Witcher. And I don't know whose idea it was to strap together all of these segues. Whoever they were ill-informed about this idea. That was definitely me.
I love the look on Britt's face.
I get called out for my faces a lot on your clips, so I might as well just keep doing it.
The last blooper was super cute. Okay.
And I'm Steph. You can find me at Luna Starwind on Twitter.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
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 Thank you for listening to Experience Points Starfinder. If you're looking for more Starfinder podcasts in your life, we recommend checking out our sister podcast, Roll to Fail. They are 5 friends who have no business behind the mic or rolling dice. I cannot recommend them highly enough. If you like what we create, then you should check out the other 2 podcasts on our network. Humanera releases every other Friday, with Kelric stepping into the GM seat for this adventure utilizing Numenera, a system by Monty Cook Games. This homebrew campaign is set in the distant future, built on the bones of previous civilizations. Our 3 explorers are following the commands of the Order of Truth to help people gather information and retrieve magical or scientific items. What could possibly go wrong? Pun Times is a collection of limited-run campaigns of smaller TTRPG systems and games. The inaugural game is Slasher from Higher Grounds Games. Mark your calendars to be sure you catch Session 2, streamed live on the Experience Points Twitch channel on Monday, March 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Don't want to wait that long? You can catch Session 1 on demand on our Twitch in the meantime. And coming at the end of April, the campaign will be released as a monthly podcast. Stay up to date on all 3 Experience Points Network podcasts at EQ Points on Twitter and on ExQueeriencePoints.com. Pardon our dust as Kenny continues updating the website. It looks better and better every day. Until next time, adventure hookers.
1 billion years in the future. Mankind's dominance over the Earth has long since been usurped by technological advances and visitors from beyond the stars. Yet humanity persists, gracelessly stumbling through the age-old dangers of spider swarms and awkward family reunions. Quest Friends follows 3 such hapless humans and 1 android as they race to stop global threats and personal crises, all while learning what makes the best of family and the quest of friends. Quest Friends is a science fantasy actual play podcast where 5 best friends get together and improvise the story of 4 heroes who are just really trying their best. New episodes and transcripts are released every other Monday at questfriendspodcast.com or on your favorite podcasting app. Our theme song is Friends by Miracle of Sound.